Welcome to Southern Cross Resistance on the Couch. I'm one of your hosts, Dion Franco.
I'm Chris Leeson, and on the couch we have the Carrot himself. Just decided to pop in and do one of the podcasts with it. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not bad.
I think you're going to need to lean in.
Welcome.
Yeah. Just get in there. Get in there. Like, yeah, don't be shy. I know you said before that you were a bit nervous about the mic. Don't worry about the mic. It's fine. But yeah, so...
I swear I'm not being held here
Under pressure.
I'm not being forced to do this.
Dude, you have a drink in your hand as if you're being forced to do anything.
Hey, no. Where?
Yeah, keep it out of the carrots. Yeah, alright.
He isn't just a random off the street.
No. We didn't chloroform anybody. I don't know what you're talking about.
Payment of drugs.
We know him.
Anyway, so I was trying to work this out before we started the show. Is this technically episode 12 or episode 13?
Who cares?
I'm just thinking because it could be good luck or it could be bad luck. You know, cheaper by the dozen or a fucking unlucky number 13, so... I just thought I'd fucking throw that out there. No one cares? Okay.
We'll see friendships.
You gotta fucking lean into the fucking mic.
Yeah, we'll
otherwise
see how a
it's-
friendship is at the end of it.
Okay.
Then we'll see if it's unlucky.
Yeah. Huh? See if we still like... Yeah. I wanted to do this in the fucking new studio, but you reckon there's not enough room in there. But anyway.
There's not enough. He wants us. The new studio's in a shoebox.
It's not a shoebox, it's a
Compared to
laundry.
this place, it's a shoebox.
It's a little smaller, but you know, I've got curtains up. And
You don't have an aircon in there either.
Don't have an aircon. Yeah, I'm getting an aircon. It's a fucking work in progress, you cunts.
And there's a strange smell. Can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah, I haven't worked that one out either. Yeah. I'm blaming the dog, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, it could be the cat. I did get a cat a few months ago. I don't know what happened to it. It's probably there somewhere. Anyway.
The cat went AWOL.
Yeah, it wasn't hunting the mice the way I wanted it to. So is there anything that you guys wanted to talk about in particular? Like, I know there's like a lot of with the demonetization of the videos that we've been hitting lately.
Well, this episode, if you want to call it an episode, we all sort of unanimously come up with the idea that we just wing it and come up with just a conversation podcast.
Yeah, sort of in the vein of Joe Rogan and stuff like that.
Somewhat similar, but not wanting to
rip the idea off. But I'm pretty sure that Joe Rogan would have seen other guys do
Obviously,
it. Like, he got the idea from Opie and Anthony. You know what I mean? Like, he's just recreating that model. Like, Opie and Anthony used to do the same thing on the radio.
Well, yeah, there's hundreds of podcasts out there on the internet, so we're not really jacking anything.
But no, we've had at least 3 to 5 videos. We've had at least 3 to 5 videos in the last couple of months
We
to get
didn't start off the
demonetized.
podcast saying, "Hello, freak bitches."
Well, we could start doing and stuff like that. But, you know, like, it's actually becoming a real problem with a lot of fucking people. Like, they get all their money 100% from fucking YouTube
The
videos.
demonetization.
Yeah, it's affecting people's bank accounts. Like, there are even people who do horror movie reviews that are getting affected by it. You know, this guy, he does like really bad movies. He talks about really bad movies on the internet. He's even getting affected by it. Something like 90% of his income has been cut because people disagree because it's not advertiser friendly. And we've had videos that are fucking being pulled, and I've fucking said, no, this isn't copywritten material, fucking rah rah rah, we're commenting on it, you know. Half the time they're saying that we're using copyright material because I'm taking a fucking picture from the website. Like, I'm taking a picture of the from the website of the article itself, whatever we're talking about. I'll put it onto the thing, and they say, oh, no, that's copyright. Well, it's not copyright. I technically took that photo. It might be of your fucking website, but fucking I took that photo, so it's not fucking copywritten. But they try fucking all these fucking different tactics in order to shut down the videos. And I honestly don't think we're that fucking controversial compared to others out there. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, you can go onto fucking Twitter at the moment and find ISIS. But you gotta have fucking videos pulled down because of somebody didn't like some fucking video, you know, some fucking comment that I made about so and so. What do you got? What do you guys think? I know you don't see any money from the fucking podcast. I haven't seen a fucking. They say we've earned 2 cents. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting for my check. I'm waiting for my check in the mail, my YouTube money. You know, a whole 2 cents is owed to us. Huh? Yeah, man, that's at least
Probably from ads.
Hey?
Probably from those ads that come up at the start of the
Well, I'm going to stop doing that.
That's
like,
a cent for at least each of us, and
yeah, I know.
ranking you'll just have.
That's a thimble of scotch. That's a thimble of scotch for all of us, you know. Like, fucking come on, YouTube. But no, it's gotten to the point where I'm just like, I'm not going to monetize anymore. Like they're saying that it's not content free, or what do they say? Advertiser friendly. Well, if it's not advertiser friendly, then fuck you. I'm not going to advertise. And then their algorithm's not going to affect the videos getting out there as much as they.
Well, let's get an opinion from each of us about it, and then
All
we'll
right.
come up with a conclusion.
What do you, Karis? What do you think about the whole situation? Because I know you're not a YouTuber.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'll watch YouTube and stuff, but I don't particularly know much about it. But it's going to look to a lot of people looking for new ideas and outsourcing to.
Have you heard of Patreon?
I think you mentioned it last
It's
night.
a setup. They set it up a website so people can donate money to their favorite YouTubers, stuff like that. Because YouTube started demonetizing.
Yeah.
But even Patreon has fucking just recently cut off other people's fucking fucking Patreon accounts.
Okay.
And so Anyways, no, sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, people are going to start outsourcing and looking for different avenues so that it's not going to be
Different
happening.
platforms.
So
Yeah. Like sort of like DTube or something like that. Like Adam Kokesh has recently fucking gone from YouTube to DTube. Like he's a big, pretty famous podcaster that got arrested a few years ago for loading a shotgun in Washington DC, but he had a license and all that. So, but anyway, he got arrested for breaking some sort of fucking law. But what do you think, Franco, about the whole situation? Because again, we're not making any money from YouTube. Oh, well, 5 cents, 2 to 5 cents. But yeah.
I'm glad you asked, Mr. Leeson. My personal opinion is, really, I don't care if people aren't making money, because we started this platform on a non-monetary, in the sense of we don't expect money from it.
I know, man. But when you fucking
we're doing it because it's a passion of ours. And
I know, but a lot of people are making a lot of money off it.
Yeah, but get a job.
This is their job. That is their job.
But before that, before they could start making money from that, they obviously would have started making videos for the same reason, for the passion of it.
Yeah, okay. You look at something like
without
Philip
the
DeFranco.
expectation of being famous YouTuber, or without the expectation of getting
money
paid
Well,
for it.
PewDiePie. Look at PewDiePie. Look at fucking
because the gravy train
DeFranco.
stopped.
Yeah, well, dude, they have an income coming in for content that they produce. They make a product, they put it onto a website, where the social contract for that website is that they get money because they're selling ads on the content that they produced. Right? They're still making money. YouTube is still making money off not content that they produce themselves, but off content that other people are producing. To say that yes, it's a passion project and stuff like that, that's one thing. But at the same time, if fucking people are making in the vicinity, because you need like a few million hits in order to be making any type of money, you have to be like PewDiePie type of levels. You know what I mean?
Have YouTube shot themselves in the foot by doing this?
I think they have. I think they
possibly, quite possibly. Yeah. But in terms of the platform started as that. People weren't getting paid to begin with.
Yeah.
It's only because it became famous and because it got oodles of money.
But it was a thing of income that was coming in for it. You know what I mean? Even if it was only fucking $150 to $250 a week.
But that's right.
And you're working an hour a day.
Have they shot themselves in the foot by because people will seek other platforms where they are getting paid and they want to keep producing their content. And there is an incentive there to keep doing it.
If I remember correctly, DTube even pays in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So fucking
I'd be happy with that.
It's also seen a recent decline of like the quality in YouTube videos. A lot of people who used to be doing like 5-minute videos and stuff, and now doing 20-minute just random rant videos to throw in a few more ads to make the extra money and stuff.
That's exactly right. But we have to understand, it's $75 per 1,000 views. You know what I mean? If they've got private advertising, then they can charge between $25 to $75 per ad, and it depends on where the ad is placed. If the ad is placed at the beginning, it's $25. If it's placed at the end, again $25. But if you've got one in the middle where you actually have the YouTuber saying, "I love this product," that's $75
if I'm surfing
per 1,000
YouTube
views.
and I find a video that's got fucking 1,001 ads during the fucking course.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking.
Yeah,
it's
all,
gone.
These compilation
I
videos
didn't
do it
even
all
care
the
if I
time.
was interested in the video in the first place. It's
topic,
gone.
Yeah.
Just because of that principle. I don't want to put up with that shit.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%, and that's one way of milking it and not getting your content out. But the majority of the time, that's not even their content. They're just doing compilation videos of Trump protesters or fucking Berkeley protesters or something like that, or SJW fails, or, you know, most of those are things that they're not producing themselves. You know what I mean? A lot of people who put advertising on their videos, they either use the YouTube fucking thing, or they go out and find a sponsor for their YouTube videos. Like a lot of comic book, you know, YouTubers, you know, they have fucking sponsors and shit like that, so they don't have to worry about fucking you know, being taken down by YouTube and being censored or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with creating something and selling that product, and that's all this is. And you can do it for fun. You can have a hobby.
There's nothing wrong with creating,
you know,
something too, just for people to enjoy.
But if your hobby was like literally wood carving, and then you went to the show and you sold those carvings, but somebody came in and said, fucking, you know, I'm going to take 90% of your income of what you're making off that fucking wood carving, it's gonna, you know, you're going to say no. But it's no, and this is no different. They're content creators. They're creating something. YouTube doesn't create anything. It's just an algorithm. It's just a bunch of people in a building. They don't fucking film anything. You see stupid fucking comments on YouTube or on fucking Facebook and that, and it's like, why are YouTube filming all these idiots? Come to my house. I do funny things. YouTube, come film me. And it's like, oh, dude, you don't understand how it works.
I'm still kind of at the point where it's like, boo-hoo.
Okay,
like,
you've got a hobby that pays money.
But that's it. That's the exact thing. Like, no one starts a hobby in the expectation because I'm going to get paid.
But it is a career for some
people.
people.
It's a passion.
It's a career for some people. They
Or
fucking get a lot of money from fucking YouTube.
Usually it starts off as passion and interest, not monetized.
Yeah, you are right. But at the same time, when fucking they can give up their shit ass fucking job picking grapes to fucking and move over to something that they actually A, enjoy doing, and B, are getting paid good money for it, then what's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with doing something you're passionate about and getting paid for it.
Well,
and okay, yeah, sure, you can do it for the love. Like, I'm going to start another channel soon where I just talk about horror films. You know what I mean? That's just because I love fucking horror films. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking looking at getting rich off that.
I guess the only thing I have to say to that is YouTube taketh and
YouTube.
yeah,
YouTube giveth and
YouTube giveth and YouTube taketh away.
That's the problem. It's some omnipotent fucking power that they have to fucking literally cut fucking people's income. I mean, they cut.
It's their decision as a business.
Themselves in the foot.
And it quite possibly could be that.
But they have the dominance. They don't have the dominance right now. Ain't many people know about DTube. And aside from DTube, how many other fucking video platforms are there, Rankin, that you know about? Off the top of your head, aside from YouTube and DTube?
Shitload of them.
Are there? Are they as well known as fucking YouTube?
A few of them are now.
But if you look at the fucking... I'd like to pull up the the statistics between what YouTube gets, like, per a million views, per however these other ones get, because I bet you it's only a fraction. Yeah, it's
the biggest
Google, it's Facebook, it's
but
the whole fucking thing.
It's the system. Like, as I said, we're going to be getting a lot more shitter videos because people are going to go, well, that's how I make my money. I'm just going to make a video and chuck a shitload of ads in it.
It's more about,
whereas, you know, there's just going to be so much crap friggin' content, and they need to go more system where even if they go over what people are uploading and they pay them for the quality of the actual video itself instead of by throwing ads in there.
Yeah, I understand that. Like,
it's just the system needs to be changed to fix it.
It's the algorithm that they had that originally has now been changed. You know what I mean? Like, even my subscriptions have changed. You know what I mean? When I go onto YouTube and stuff like that, and I search, it's only the ones that I click on the most that pop up in this little fucking feed of this is what's come out today. And unless I go to the fucking channel itself and scroll through all the fucking videos, then I'm not going to find it, or put a alert on the channel so when they post something I can watch it.
Yeah.
But it's getting to the point where if you cut somebody's income, you know what I mean, then
Can I ask
I honestly think that's wrong. Sorry?
What do you mean by cutting your income? They're not charging you to actually upload the video, remember? They're just providing...
No, but if you're getting something of the vicinity of a couple of million views on your videos, like PewDiePie was getting, and he did a video where he did a video where he pretended to be fucking Hitler. It was some fucking spoof fucking thing.
Chris, if you're getting
and then he got taken down for being a white supremacist.
But if you're getting the other ones that's giving you that publicity to begin with, because it's already, a big chain of,
It goes hand in hand, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, but
giving
what
you that
would
for
YouTube
free.
be without the fucking creators?
Yeah, that's true.
It wouldn't be anything. It'd be a bunch of fucking cat videos.
I know, but it's better than getting paid nothing at all, even if they do take fees and shit out of it. You know?
I know, but if you're getting fucking X amount of dollars, your boss could make the same argument. Hey, I know, man, I know you're getting $25 an hour, but you know what? Fuck it, station can't afford it, so we're dropping you down to $15 an hour, dropping you down to $10 an hour. How is that any different than a fucking company that you work for, that you produce fucking content for?
Because you started at the company not getting anything an hour.
Yeah, and you've built up. You've built up a fucking following.
And
you built up a following.
And not to mention, you're the one that chose to actually do it to begin with.
Exactly, but you built up a following. YouTube didn't give you a fucking following.
They kind of
Fuck,
did.
if they gave people that followings, we'd have 1 million people by now. Because I'd just be taking it.
But
you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. You have to produce good content. And it goes hand in hand.
We haven't made shit. I don't see why you're being so defensive about it.
Because you're cutting people's fucking money, man. That's what I don't like. I don't like fucking people's income getting affected by political speak. Because that's all it is, man.
They're spending it on you?
Huh? Are they spending it on me? No. Yeah, I'm secretly fucking working for YouTube. Yeah, and this is my COINTELPRO cover. You know, I'm gonna get in with all the organisations saying we should rise up, and then I'm just gonna take their money and leave. Fucking Mark Zuckerberg style. All right. I think I've fucking said my point plenty of times. Like, if you create something, then you should be paid for it, regardless if it's a fucking hobby or if it's fucking. Okay, fine.
but they are.
All right, fine. You can go work in a fucking sex slavery.
That's what you were paid in the public.
I built a Zen garden at the back of my place. I don't think I should be paid for the company.
You weren't paid in like.
Hang on. You want to?
Internet.
Hang on. Too many people talking. So.
Yeah, but you essentially are paid. You're being paid by the publicity. They're putting your content out.
Yeah, but okay, you get paid by publicity. How are you going to make money on top of that, though?
Well, just branch. Yeah.
If you were only doing it for money, you wouldn't be doing it to begin with.
You're going to get paid to go to conventions and shit like that? I mean, the guy on Arrow, Stephen Amell, gets something like $200 grand to go to fucking Comic Cons and shit like that because he pays $20 to sign his fucking, to sign his autograph and shit. So what, is that what you're talking about? Is that where they're going to get their money? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's about creating something. And if you create something, I don't care what the fuck it is, if it's a fucking video for YouTube, then a company shouldn't be able to fucking take a majority of your pay just because they don't agree with your speech. And the majority of the time, it's fucking, it's not the fucking, crazy fucking videos you see out there that are getting pulled. It's all these fucking other people that go against the system. And that's what I don't like. It's a form of censorship. By cutting their money, then they're not going to be able to fucking do as many videos. Maybe there are too many videos with crappy content. But isn't that up to the fucking subscriber? I mean, if I was listening to someone and they were producing shit, then I wouldn't keep listening to them. I used to be a fan of Mark Maron. He's a big podcaster. Eventually, I just got sick of the cunt because he's like, why, me? And I was just like, yeah.
That's why I think that content should be looked at and before it goes up. Like, not just being up and then all of a sudden going to, oh, wow.
Hang on, who do you mean by look
that
at?
video? Like say YouTube, they have someone that actually, like if someone uploads a video, they actually look at it and the quality of the video and, assess it there.
Isn't it a form of censorship if you start doing that? Like, who are you going to appoint for that sort of stuff? Who's going to be able to say that this is, this content is good, this content is bad?
Me.
Yeah, right. All right.
That's frowned upon.
Well, I think we've beaten this fucking dead horse. Like, everyone's sort of got their opinion across. Unless you want to say something, want someone to chip in with something, anything else part of it. I've already said my piece. But anyway, so what else was it we wanted to talk about? A nice little segue from before I could have gone into it was Bitcoin.
I'll say this: none of us are here sitting here in these expectations of thinking we're going to get paid.
Speak for yourself. I'm kidding.
I
can see the dollar signs.
Yeah. They're just rolling over.
It's
It's the bald head, man. Everyone just assumes I'm a Lex Luthor cunt.
Gone.
Got 53 views. Right away. Oh yeah.
54 and 9 comments. Fuck it, we're PewDiePie level. Anyway. But okay, so what else did you guys want to fucking talk about? You want to cover anything else? Any other particular fucking issues? Because I could talk about monetization all day. And but is there anything else you want to talk about?
The lack of transparency in archaeology.
What the fuck? Okay. Go on.
Well, just that.
Okay.
shit gets discovered, shit gets covered up pretty quick. Or
Give me an example. Give me an example.
Not truly investigated. Well, Egypt's a great one.
Yeah.
You know, you can go there and places are barred off to the tourists. You can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even archaeologists.
But isn't that just
wanting
it that mainly fucking cunts like crawling up the Great Pyramid and shit like that, doing fucking crap, chipping it away, like stealing, like, you know, trying to chip away a part of the, you know, pyramid and blah 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 blah.
Obviously, there would be
idiots who are climbing up and
wanting
falling.
security to preserve the structure itself. Obviously, you would want that. But in terms of the stopping of further archaeology to discover more.
What do you mean though? Okay. You said Egypt, but what particular case? Like I don't know. What I'll say about Egypt is it's fascinating how they've gone from the Great Pyramid and they slowly, progressively got worse. You know what I mean? All the pyramids that came after the Great Pyramid, were all progressively worse than the fucking
technology
first
is supposed to.
So that's one
transgress, not degress through time.
But so, what in particular? What case are you talking about where they've covered up the history? Because that to me is just something that I don't understand. I don't understand how they go from something that's fucking really fucking high tech to something that's almost shitty and over a period of 200 years, unless the knowledge on how to do that was lost, and the people doing it after were just, in a sense, trying to recreate.
Well, in the sense, like, where, you know, society's taught that the Great Pyramids were meant for tombs.
Right. Yeah.
We're supposed to, you know, take that spoonful that these magnificent structures that are so very accurate and then line up with
the what star sign does that actually line up to again? I can't remember.
Lines up to Orion's belt.
Is it Orion's belt? Those. Okay.
Three pyramids.
Yeah. I couldn't remember. Anyway, keep going.
Right. We're told that they were tombs. We're told that they were built for people's ego. And you look at the evidence, and it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like people would go to this type of precision and accuracy to build a tomb.
Okay.
To, you know,
regardless of how famous the person was,
nearly perfectly aligned with true north. To be a tomb just doesn't make sense in terms of being an astrological marker. That makes more sense to me.
Okay.
Not to boost someone's ego in terms of to bury them.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, not to this day has anyone found any.
So you're talking about more what Graham Hancock talks about,
that's right? I'm dead right.
Yeah.
Anthony West is an independent archaeologist, and he has.
What's his name?
Anthony West.
Anthony, I haven't heard of him.
Has a completely different view.
What's he saying?
To mainstream Egyptologists.
What's he saying? What's his view on how it all, like, not aliens?
Well, basically that his view is that these were built before the Egyptians.
I like what Graham Hancock says.
The Egyptians have sort of come along to these structures after the big reset.
I like what Graham Hancock says and how he says
it, and then just adopted, like other cultures do, adopt things into their own culture.
Yeah. And not really understanding,
you know, and you can see it too. You can see it in the architecture where the different periods have built. And as you pointed out yourself, like technology shouldn't, you know, and architectural style, like it shouldn't degress. It should progress.
There are thousands of structures all around the earth that we don't know why the fuck they did it for. You know, just look at Stonehenge, which I only found out the other day was redone. Do you know that's only about 40 years old? Do you know that? Most of the stones at Stonehenge are only 40 years old.
No, I know.
They replaced the majority of them about fucking 40, 50 years ago. So you go to Stonehenge, it's almost in a sense a recreation. There's another one near Stonehenge that's almost a better representation on what it was like before they fixed it up. A few of those, you can pull them up online. Photos of them redoing the fucking Stonehenge.
Stones getting replaced.
Yeah, like go back. I only read this the other day.
Carbon date stone.
Yeah,
generally carbon date the organic material around the stone, and that's where we get our time periods at. mainstream
Just talking
archaeologists
about,
and
archaeological finds and stuff like that.
that's how we.
That's what happens when you come in halfway through a conversation, dude.
That's basically how we date shit.
Yeah.
Organic
I understand.
Can't actually date stones,
Mm.
but like John Anthony West, he brought one of his buddies along to Egypt to look at the Sphinx. Right?
Yeah.
And the Sphinx is actually carved out of bedrock.
Mm.
And it's like, you got flat bed and then it's carved out and then you got Sphinx basically. And right around the enclosure of the Sphinx, there's this water erosion.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get, his buddy is basically an expert, I can't remember his name, but he's an expert on water erosion and geology basically.
Right.
And he said that you don't get water erosion like this. This is only caused by heavy torrential rains. And the last time the Egyptian area, that area, received torrential rains to cause that type of erosion was the
Great blood. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was before
years ago.
It predated what they thought where the Sphinx was originally built. But this goes back to what I was saying before. They even I've even seen, might even be the same guy. I'm not 100% sure because that does sound really familiar. They say that the Sphinx itself isn't the original fucking thing.
Yeah, it's
but that's been replaced.
Debunking what mainstream.
But this is what I was saying before. This is what I agree with Graham Hancock.
In schools. And completely just throws a spanner into the works.
I think it's more along the lines of, hang on, let me finish the thought before you interrupt. We're more of a species, just like Graham Hancock says, a species with amnesia. That makes more sense when you go back and look at some of these these buildings built fucking 30,000 years ago, fucking 130,000 years ago, and they can't even get a fucking card through the slot. You know what I mean? Like, disregarding the pyramid for a moment. Where is it? I'm drawing a blank.
The world
there's heaps of these structures. Yeah. Some of them were buried under the jungles and just lost and only found in the last 200 years. And it's just amazing that you see this architecture and you see architects now that I don't know if they've fucking done that. But what I'm sick of hearing is aliens. I'm totally sick of fucking people saying, well, maybe the aliens came down and da-da-da. It's like, well, you're taking away what fucking people done. It's more unlikely that fucking we're a species with amnesia and a tragic fucking thing happened that wiped out maybe 95% of the population, and what was left just didn't relearn what fucking would be the ruling class at the time knew. Because knowledge is power. So if they had all the knowledge of how to build these structures, they would have kept it to themselves. They wouldn't have spread it around. Now, if a giant fucking catastrophe, like a meteorite or a giant flooding, maybe, because there's plenty of stories about a giant flood, all the way through, not just the Bible, but fucking heaps of fucking stories about the flood. Every culture has one almost. And you just go back
You're
and
not
have
telling us anything new.
Huh? Maybe not you. Maybe that. Maybe someone at home.
Maybe the audience, but
yeah,
us.
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is.
Get to it. Like, hurry up.
Well, fuck you. We're getting to. Well, the point is simply that fucking we're a species that probably got fucking 90, as I said before, 95% of us knocked out, and the ruling class kept all the fucking secrets because knowledge is power. So they kept all that fucking knowledge to themselves. So when whatever catastrophe happened, no one was around to rebuild the pyramids.
Like the North American ice glacier,
right?
And when it hit, just would have sent hundreds, if not millions, of tons of ice into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And that could be a huge cause of why it rained for 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah. Well, again, going back to the, maybe, about the flooding and all that, but who knows how long it fucking lasted for. The one text says 40 days, 40 nights, not all of them say.
That's the biblical test.
Yeah.
The story of Noah, but in terms, I'm sure no one's like, oh, it's coming, and then started recording it,
Yeah.
How many days it's going to last for, and
Yeah. I've been
maybe there was, but I don't
know.
But I think we can definitely determine and agree that something fucking big happened, and not that long ago.
Yep.
Not 65 billion years ago when the dinosaurs roamed. No, not that long ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, there are like different
Possibly
eras when it comes to
11,000
dinosaurs.
years ago.
Growing up, I always thought there was just one era of dinosaurs, you know what I mean? But you look at a little bit and they've got different eras, you know what I mean? Right up to the Ice Age and shit like that, you know. But
Well, it's
yeah,
during
it's just
one of these
lack of
periods.
knowledge of-
During one of these last periods that, like, during the big mammals and stuff. Something Dryas period.
yeah. I'm not 100% sure of the name, but okay.
Yeah, I'm butchering it. Like, I'm
That's alright.
not helping.
I'm not.
It's alright. I don't think anyone thinks we're
I
fucking...
think
the last
everyone's
period
had one of those moments
where the
before.
Sphinx would have, you know, if the Sphinx was built that time, that's where this water erosion would have come from.
Well, from what I've seen on online and stuff, which probably is not fucking very, but the guy did say something very similar to that. But he also said that the Sphinx itself the base of it might be the base of something else, and they just put the Sphinx over the top of it. And there are a lot of changes done to it, just like I said with Stonehenge, how that has been updated and at the point that the stones aren't even fucking. You watch these pictures though, and when Stonehenge was originally built, who knows how they fucking done it? When they redone it 100 years ago, they had cranes everywhere and fucking all this shit. So it just goes back to that idea that we've lost the basic knowledge on how to fucking do some of this stuff. And I don't know if it was all kept in the fucking libraries of Alexander. Fuck would I know, but fucking, was there a giant catastrophe? Maybe. I don't know, man. But we are a species where they need
We can point to little evidence
Hang
that
on. What are you going to say? Sorry.
I was just going to say the problem is now, like too, with us,
Yeah.
we rely too much on the tools and stuff, which was something
Yeah.
we didn't have.
Okay.
And back then, like they didn't have it back then.
That's my
They had
point.
to work and really figure out things, and even you notice today, like not a lot of people have pride in their work. But everyone used to work hard and have pride in their work. Like, not even going back to pyramid days, but it's just changed. Like, the more no one knows it because all they can sit there and be Dr. Google or something. On
Exactly.
their
They can
mobile
they sit there on devices like this or watching telly all day.
we all do it.
Yeah. Like none of us are
Some way
sync.
of a fucking. They work it out.
Fucking toilet flush in the fucking back there. Jesus Christ. Okay. But I keep having to turn it up for voices, but I can hear the toilet flush in the background.
Like, half the kids these days can't even go out and kick a football.
Have you seen that video online with that girl with mobile, with her dad asks her to make a fucking phone call, and he uses one of those old rotary fucking things, and she picks up the fucking handle and she's just staring at it like as she can't see the buttons, and he's like, and just the look of confusion on this fucking kid's face. But as Franco said before, there is something about going out and building something like a Zen garden, like you said. It was a few years ago now. I put in a tomato tree, a few not all of it survived because I neglected a couple of it. That tomato tree lasted about a year and a half, and I was just so happy with when I'd go out in the garden, you'd see strawberries. What? Don't be laughing at me. I'm just trying to fucking.
I was going to say,
going back to what we were just saying.
Creating something.
Creating something. Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Achievement unlocked for you, anyway.
Yeah, fucking man. Like, I've never been a fucking green thumb, but fucking for some reason that year I just decided to do it, and I was so fucking happy with the outcome. And it's just like Frank I was saying before about his Zen garden and shit. And yeah, but anyway, fucking yeah. Have you got anything to add on what we're talking about pyramids and stuff like that, or?
Just, I got something to add on to you guys' tail conversation with, in terms of creating something for yourself. That's if we could number down a special ability that everyone has. That's just it. We have the ability to create something from nothing.
Yeah. I think Joe Rogan said it perfectly, like fucking, something that's in the mind that's actually no physical fucking attachment to anything, that just becomes something, like the laptop in front of us, the microphone in front of us.
The table.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I actually had an idea a while ago, and now it's out, and I'm like, why didn't I? Like,
why didn't you just fucking?
It's sort of like a device that, because I have a habit, I lose my keys, can't find my wallet. And I sort of thought
you developed the clapper? Was that you?
No, but sort of something like, like you could actually have like say a SIM card,
Yeah.
or something say on your wallet or something like that. So if you can ring it and fucking it rings out and you can find where the fuck
okay.
that sort of thing. And I had that idea, and then about 5 years later, it's not the exact SIM card idea, but they found a device where as soon as you walk, like, say, so many meters away from your wallet, it fucking beep, beep, beep.
Oh, really?
And so you're like, oh, shit, I've fucking left my keys back there. And I was just like, oh, damn it, that would be such a fucking...
That'd be a really cool fucking...
Carradine's idea was called Where the Fuck?
Yeah, I would have called it Where the Fuck?
They've gone one step further. Now they've got GPS tracking on it too, so if you drop your keys down the street, you'll be able to track on your phone where it is.
Oh, really?
With a little tag on it, pretty much.
Yeah. I've seen like clips like where you put like money clips and shit like that with a little GPS fucking shit, so in case anyone. But fucking if I stole someone's wallet and there was a thing on there, give me fucking money.
Going back to the pyramids.
Yeah.
And we all know how fucking precise they are with the building technique. And we're still dumbfounded today of how they do it. Of how they did it.
Yep.
We can't figure it out. We can't even figure out the transportation
On how
they quarried the
bricks.
the blocks and got them from point A to point B.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we still can't figure that out, apart from there's a lot of good theories. Like, most likely it was they floated the blocks down the Nile
right.
instead of transported them over land, because that just
What are they made of? It's just clay, isn't it? Those bricks. What are they made of? What are they made of? Is it brick?
depending on
rock?
which part of the pyramid you're talking about. Like
Yeah.
the outer casing was like a white granite.
Okay.
The blocks themselves consisted of like a... Oh, fuck if I know. Just... Damn it, on the inside they use like a lot of stuff like rose granite, a lot of type of stones that would resonate.
Mm-hmm.
And just knowing that, just the materials they used, to the precision that they used with the building of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're all told and we're all educated that religious education in terms of the biblical story, that it was done by slaves, Jewish slaves.
Oh, yeah, okay, yep.
And when you're talking about something that has this precision, it's not something a slave.
Okay, well, just say for argument's sake, how many fucking slaves do you think you need? You'd need at least a few
It's a
million.
labour of love, not a labour of slave
Yeah.
production.
But what I'm saying is, okay, just give the argument, argument, like, I'm not saying I believe this, but just give the argument a bit of thought. Like, how many slaves do you need? You need a few thousand, a few fucking million, right? In order to fucking do that shit. Well, how are you going to feed them? You know what I mean? How are you going to feed that huge group of fucking people, especially in that area?
If someone is in a really shitty work environment, you watch the work, it's absolute crap.
Yeah.
But you go to someone who is in their work and they love their job and the fucking work's immaculate, they do everything right. So it's exactly what Franco's saying.
I'd bet my life on it, man, that fucking
not
whoever built that structure, or the group of people that built that structure, were incredibly intelligent and
I don't doubt
incredibly
that.
in tuned with themselves, with the earth, and fucking had a true grasp on shit.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
That just sounds like you're describing superhumans.
But also fucking astrology too.
Maybe we had... I'll
The
say maybe they had
cycles of
technology, but...
our Earth, the cycles of fucking the planets, they had a true grasp on that, because if you don't, you couldn't build something like that.
Yeah, okay. I just think that fucking... Maybe you're right,
of the
but...
Great Pyramid, man, is 13 hectares. Do you know how hard it would be to level something out that's
Given
fucking
those
13 hectares squared?
Given the tools that they had at the time and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I understand, but...
Only in the last few decades we've had laser technology. So we can actually do that shit over a great distance, because we have pinpoint laser technology.
And they still fuck up.
And they still fuck up.
Yeah.
So now you're talking about cunts that were told, done it 2,000 to 3,000 years ago.
Are you saying they had a better understanding of geometry, or they just had a better understanding of everything else?
Everything.
Okay.
On how to treat each other as people, on how to conduct themselves.
This sounds like we're pedestaling a group of fucking people that we don't really know anything much about.
That was the golden age back then. I would have loved if there was an era to choose to live in. That's the era I would want to be in.
But
Yeah, it's almost what's what.
So go this way a bit. Yep.
It's got to be up with the middle.
I've got to be framed right, you know, fucking, you know, need a proper aspect ratio and fucking right. I just keep moving around my chair. It's not a comfy
I do
chair.
that obliviously, but then still have to.
Anyway, alright. Getting back to what we were saying.
On the couch.
Great Greek philosophers and mathematicians and.
Oh yeah, I'll say Da Vinci was fucking ahead of his time.
They learnt a lot from, you know, the great Egyptian mystery schools. They'd all go there, take psychedelics, and fucking open their minds.
Yeah.
You know, that's where a lot of their ideas come from.
That'd be trippy doing fucking mushrooms in the pyramid. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's probably why it resonates. So they're probably all, you know, taking shitloads of. Well, back then, well, like we know that the lily pad or it's called willow or something, some type of blue orchid or white orchid that the Egyptians used. We know now today that shit's full of DMT.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But okay, but they would have
I
had
don't
we know
understand it.
that
But
they
hang on,
used
they
to
would
mix
actually have
that
that
with something else.
that would break down the thing.
So
So
you
some
can
people
probably eat, you know, just like ayahuasca, we know that they mix this vine that has DMT with something else, this root of something.
and it's that root that breaks down the DMT. Do you know much about the DMT?
That's how they're able to
well,
orally drink it, and for the DMT to take effect.
Well,
Because the enzymes so can neutralize.
well, for Carrots, who doesn't know.
It's up like a. We go past the five senses.
What it is, no, yeah,
when you go to bed, you have releases of DMT. It's in your pineal gland right here. It's technically a third eye. It has everything, including a
That's
lens.
sort of not somewhat true. We know from studies that it's in rats.
What are you talking about?
Well, we've made scientific studies on rats, and we know that they produce DMT in the brain.
Yeah.
And we're just assuming by that, you know, from my, you know, I could be completely wrong, but we're just.
I'm pretty sure they've already done the test.
Because
What they believe is that when you're in deep REM sleep, your body releases DMT that gives you dreams.
dreams come from.
Huh?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, that's a whole psychedelic conversation in and of itself. But also they say that when you die, you get a big release of the methyltryptamine, and they reckon that helps explain why people see white lights and family and friends, because it puts your brain, in a sense, at ease. You know what I mean? Because technically, you know, it's gone through the most horrific thing you'll ever go through, which is literal death, you know, so it just releases all the chemicals as you're dying. Now, this is all from what I've heard from people like Jordan Peterson, and even...
But you can take DMT and come back to the living physical world.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not saying methyltryptamine kills you. I never said it kills you.
Because basically the transition
Yeah.
of having it, you basically, you're doing just that. You lose all
You're going to need to get
control
closer.
You lose all control of your five senses. And
Okay.
that's what does freak a lot of people out, because you're losing control over oneself.
Yeah.
But in terms of, I haven't done it myself, but in terms of, you know, just hearing from people when you're there, you sort of, you're not completely dissolved where you've lost all identity, but you do feel you're like connected with everything, and you feel one with everything, and you get shown some pretty
But then you
amazing stuff that's indescribable.
It's also works the opposite way too, man, because there's many people who have a good trip on DMT, people who have a bad trip. It all depends on what's you're psychologically dealing with at the time. Like, I mean, you could fucking, hello, someone here. What's the cigarette? Anyway, I think it might be the old boy. More than likely. Probably wondering what was going on. I think he thought we were doing the podcast over at home, in the studio and all that, so he's probably got home and like, all the equipment's gone.
I'm missing.
You know, the
Dogs tore the couch up.
Anyway, so what they say, they actually read something the other day. They give like to sort of keep on this DMT talk. That, you know what mescaline is? It's the main ingredient in mushrooms. It's just one thing. They're giving that to people who are, you know, dying and, you know, and it's actually, you know, sort of in a sense relaxing them. And they're also giving it to people with depression. Anyway, now I can probably edit all that sort of stuff up, and we'll just cut that.
And now we're back. But anyway, continue what you were saying.
Get rid of cunts that keep interrupting us.
Yeah, anyway.
We'll not speak ill of the mentally dead.
So continue what you were saying about the DMT. Yeah, anything more than that?
You were saying shit before you fucking walked out the door.
I'm still angry.
Oh, he's still angry, huh?
Rah, 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 rah. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Get that?
Yeah, I think we got that.
No, even like, you know, it's like
Translation under
from my own experience, like stuff.
I thought you said you didn't do it.
No, I haven't done DMT,
Yeah.
like, and I'll get back to it.
Okay.
But I have tried other psychedelics such as mushrooms and LSD, and from them, my experiences with them are nothing but good.
Mm-hmm.
Because my experiences were beautiful and euphoric and felt great.
Yeah.
And basically,
That's
what I'm
you
talking
feel
about.
very
Bad
connected.
Mm.
Feel very connected with, you know, the world itself, and you somewhat seem to leave the ego self and become very connected with your higher self.
Don't they say the penis lands the seed of the soul?
Yeah,
Right?
shut up.
So,
You start evaluating. Basically, when you're on these substances and you sort of get to that state where you are in your higher self, you start to evaluate yourself. You sort of start to look at your life and the people in it and how you're being treated. And it's not, you know, it can be from friends, family to colleagues at work. You start evaluating yourself as a person, and usually, if you're a shit person,
that's probably where the
you're gonna
bad
have a
trip comes
bad
from.
time because you're basically evaluating yourself, and you can't hide from it. Yet the truth is being shown to you. You know, your ego can hide it from you, but your true higher self shows you who you are and what you are, and what contribution you're actually having in this world.
Okay.
Like, my partner was
How deep
very,
did it get?
very dead against me having psychedelics when she first found out I was taking psychedelics.
Right.
And it's not like I was abusing them and taking them
Every
week in, week
weekend.
out.
Yeah.
This is something that I did maybe once every 3 months to 4 months. And even then, I can count on one hand how many times I've done it.
Yeah.
But when I started telling her sort of that similar sort of, you know, explaining to her what it does, and it puts you in that higher state of, you know, of self and that realm. When I started telling her that, you know, it makes me think about me. It makes me think about how I'm treating myself, but it also makes me think about how I'm treating you as a person. And it makes me want to treat you with nothing but with respect and how you should be treated.
Okay.
Like, and that's what it does.
So this got pretty deep for you then.
It makes you evaluate yourself.
Yeah, right.
Psychedelics, in my opinion, can be used just for that, as a tool. You know, we're very much given this taboo, they're bad, and they're going to fry you, and they're going to do this. And I'm sure if you do abuse them, they probably would. But in terms from my experience, it's only helped me as a person.
All that happened to me is I started doing laps of the fucking DOMs. Can't find anyone, and I ran home. And went to bed.
Gotta go!
Gotta go!
And just went home and the walls just started...
You're missing
and then I rang friend of
A
mine.
lot of people too are afraid from the
Try. Yeah.
A lot of people too, they're afraid from the truth.
Yeah.
And that's where I think also a bad trip comes from.
But there's also propaganda. People grow up thinking that fucking, you know, you can't, you know, like, oh, just like a reefer madness. Did you ever see that fucking shit? It's an old fucking 1940s propaganda. Yeah, it's an old 1940s propaganda movie where they show these guys smoking weed.
Yeah, that's fucking sorry. Oh, is that all you had?
Oh, it's all good.
See, stole the last one.
Turkey's back in my place.
But yeah, and I think a lot of people are suffering from fucking propaganda on half these drugs. I don't think
they got the full
That was
idea of
very
what it
much
is.
me, man. Like,
Yeah.
before I met someone that actually knew about psychedelics and truly knew about psychedelics and what they were and seen them as a tool in their view, it wasn't until I met them and they've sort of shown me that light, sort of taken that veil off the, well, this is what you've been told and this is what it really is.
Mm-hmm.
This is the truth about the matter.
Yeah.
And after that, my complete perception and view is being completely changed.
Well, that happens a
I
lot.
see
with,
something
all
that
the-
can
all
help
drugs.
this world for the better,
Yeah.
not destroy this world like everyone thinks it will.
Mm.
Yeah, they think that fucking suddenly it's going to be a zombie apocalypse.
And-
fucking
and
cunts
to be
running
quite
around
honest,
making murder and
once
whatever.
Psychedelics become part of my life, it filled in a lot of answers.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to religion, man.
Oh, that's interesting. Particularly like what? Like what is like the big question? Why?
I could be completely wrong, but
Okay, Frank, I've got a question. What is the secret to you guys?
Such as Jesus handing out mushrooms and giving people experiences of enlightenment and this sort of feels.
Well, even Joe Rogan had this guy on
They
his
probably didn't
podcast
see
that
that
relates.
relates to God, but they felt that connection to the
Listen,
world.
there's even that guy who was on Joe Rogan's podcast who said that fucking the Indians attribute fucking mysticism to the fucking to the cow because what grows out of cow shit? Mushrooms. You know what I mean? So there might be some sort of connection, divine connection there.
The great factory of mushrooms.
I don't know why, but we're going to have to worship this
It's
thing.
like these things are sacred. They produce fucking mushrooms.
Yeah, everyone keeps
Anyone
saying.
killing these will be killed. That's probably how serious they took
Yeah.
psychedelics back then, man. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
probably why we were able to produce beautiful.
It's
only the last 100 years that fucking most drugs have been outlawed anyway.
Like fucking, since fucking the UN brought it in. And what pisses me off is the fact that fucking marijuana is a class 1 drug while crack cocaine is class 2. What the fuck? You know what I mean? This is why a lot of people have disillusions with when it comes to this sort of shit. Because they're told their entire life, smoke a joint, you're gonna go crazy. Like, you know, you're gonna go reefer madness, fucking crazy. And then they do it, and they're like, no, I just want some fucking Doritos, man.
Like, take us here in Australia. If someone found out tomorrow that the gum tree, fucking, if you smoke the leaves of the gum tree, man, it'll give you the great buzz.
Isn't there a
And
chemical in
then
that?
some guy come along a few months later in a suit and said, "You can't do that. It's illegal."
Mm-hmm.
Because I said so.
That's exactly what happens now.
That's
exactly what
basically
You could say,
But
But isn't there is a chemical in the gum tree?
That's
Something
how
happens to the koala.
It's the plant.
No, something happens to the koala when they eat
I think
gum.
it's fermentation or something.
Was it?
isn't
It's just fermentation.
I think. And
Is
that's
it- I just remember seeing that their eyes were always red.
The koalas get it.
I believe there's
Yeah.
where processing the time sort of ferments in the tummy before
Ah.
Just relax, man.
it gets intoxicated from it.
Okay, so the leaves of the gum tree ferments.
I believe it's something more close to that. It might not be the gum leaves. It might
Ah,
be but yeah.
Let's try and all get on the one page because it gets a little complicated with like 4 people trying to have a conversation over 2 microphones.
Psychedelics, great.
Oh yeah, fucking, especially if fucking gets into the conversations. But yeah, no, you're right, man. Fucking some guy in a suit came down and said, you know what, you guys can't use this anymore. Just look at marijuana. Like it was the guy who owned all the trees.
Just like, marijuana, it alters consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol, it alters consciousness.
Yeah.
Psychedelics alter consciousness and also make you think critically about yourself and wanting to do the right, do things properly for yourself. You yourself have heard stories of heroin addicts being taken to Brazil or
Peru, I think it is.
where they do the ayahuasca ceremonies, like fucking complete heroin addicts that have
Yep.
been stuck on it.
Yeah. And they use a treatment of DMT to
So
sort
you
of get them
use
off.
ayahuasca, which is the
Ayahuasca.
component is DMT in
Yep.
that brew.
Yep.
And they basically, as I said, they go to these states of their higher selves, and they see what they've been doing wrong, and they're confronted with it.
Well, okay.
And 80 to 70% of the time, most fucking drug addicts like that they won't go back.
Our understanding of addiction is wrong.
Just remember that mouse thing that we watched? What was it? Mouse.
What was that
Our
fucking-
idea of addiction.
What was that? Yeah, the
I
idea of
showed the
addiction is
Franco.
wrong.
I showed the Franco too. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a mouse in a cage.
One
Yeah,
of
I've
them
seen it.
it's got food and a
It's,
heroin.
You can go on
in a
YouTube.
nutshell.
And even our
Yeah.
idea of drugs
Hey?
is wrong.
They said
Exactly.
there's
Well,
a variety, it's connection.
our idea of drugs is wrong. Like we were talking about.
If
the other
anyone
day.
wants to watch the topic we're talking
I'll
about,
put
go
the
to
yeah.
a channel called In a Nutshell.
I believe we
and
have
it's-
said this before. Though,
You've
that
mentioned
one.
it before, yeah. Yeah. But it's a fascinating video.
Video is
and
something about addiction.
What they showed was the fucking the reason, because our idea is the mouse kept going
Truth
back
behind
over to
addiction,
the
it's
heroin,
called.
right?
Yeah.
And kept going for the heroin because it had nothing else there. They didn't put a fucking wheel in there. They didn't put anything. No other mice. You know what I mean?
No,
So
because
of course,
It was
They called it
it
rat
was alone.
heaven actually.
Yeah. Hey.
Rat
Or was it rat heaven? that's what it was. Rat heaven. Yeah.
And they put
So-
the drugs in the water.
Yeah, and what they did was they fucking created this rat heaven where they added all, more rats, fucking all these activities that could do, and the rats never went towards the heroin because they had everything that they wanted.
And
They had that social connection.
Then they started talking about vets who came back from war addicted to drugs.
Vietnam vets.
Yeah, Vietnam vets who were addicted to drugs. It wasn't until they got back and they were fucking surrounded by their family. In some cases they probably came back and their family disowned them.
That's how
But-
they
well,
were
the ones who were
coping,
able to
man.
come
In
back
a
and-
stressful situation, that's how they're coping.
Exactly.
This
exactly.
is why people today, modern day, use what we call fucking drugs because they're coping with the situation that's put forwards to them.
Well, it's a stereotype right now. The guy in the suit who's just knocked off work, sitting at the bar with a fucking double thing of scotch, just going, "Oh fuck! Oh, what a day!" You know.
Exactly.
to
It's
deal with the
how
stress.
you perceive things, how you look at it.
Chris doesn't quite agree.
What's
it
this?
couldn't be class, but
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, we're greening out the phone.
Wait.
Oh yeah, it's a drug. Phone's a
Wait,
drug, man.
Well, no, I agree. No, I agree with that. It is a fucking drug.
Sugar.
How it
Sugar's
could
bad.
actually, like how Facebook could technically be classed as
Need
a
to
Sex.
get- need to try and
like
get-
Sex
how,
addict.
How Facebook could technically be classed as a drug.
Right.
Because a lot of people are using it, they're getting depression from it, their releases of
Yeah, they're
dopamine. in their
classing
brain.
They're getting that endorphin every time someone hits a like on their
Self-esteem and Their
videos.
acknowledgement
But
on
guess what?
likes and comments.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do 12 years old, you can jump on Facebook.
Back in
Yep.
a minute,
But
folks.
you have to be 18 or 21, depending on where you live, to have a
Switch
fucking
cameras.
beer.
Well,
So what's the fucking difference?
Well, that's that's the same thing. Like, actually, here's the thing. Like, fucking, people always say, "But the children. What are we gonna do about the children?" Half the time, man, fucking, since they've legalized, what's wrong?
Oh, after this, we're just gonna have a quick break because I have to switch the camera.
Well, the camera died, did it?
Almost about to.
We'll pull that one back then.
Yeah, I'm saying. All right, after you just.
Listen, dude, we're on an hour mark. Let's just we'll go for another 20 minutes, then we'll stop.
Well, that's,
How's
that's
that?
what you're gonna say. We'll go out for a quick smoke.
Yeah,
and
but
then
even
I'll
if
just-
we
I'll
have a
just
quick
change-
smoke
adjust
and
the camera.
just like
All right.
a quick smoke and you
All right,
know,
folks,
we'll
we're gonna
finish
put a
it
pause on this conversation, and we'll be back in.
about 10.
We'll be back in a short while with
Don't have to say
the rest of the
that, it's not
conversation.
live.
Humans, are they perfect?
Okay, welcome back to Southern Cross Resistance. I apologise for that little hiatus, but as the techie likes to point out, that nobody will ever notice. But fucking, we know that there's been a break.
Techies, are they worth it?
No, they're fucking not. Because if you, he's being very careful at the moment with his other camera over here. Because he just, what was that sound?
Someone's phone.
Okay.
Not mine.
He just dropped our camera. Like, we're moving it around and shit like that, and fucking boom. Oh, I'll tell you what.
I just stopped.
The one thing that you stop what? You stop recording.
Yeah.
One thing that pisses me off is when fucking, someone fucks with my equipment. It makes me angry. But anyway, fucking, we're going to get into, we're talking about the pyramids and all that, but to get into some, maybe a more topical fucking issue. You were saying about the new smoking laws that are just coming.
Rankin brought that up.
Rankin brought that up.
Yeah.
Well, he's all the way over there, so fucking...
Are they worth it?
We're not doing techies, are they worth it? Because obviously the answer is fucking no.
So this
Anyway.
is-
I wouldn't take that risk.
So this is our last podcast.
Last
everyone.
podcast, yeah. This is the final episode of Southern Cross Resistance, ladies and gentlemen. No, but fucking...
Our first since your ranking comes up in memory of.
I'm doing that. And here's our memorial to our late late great friend,
Okay.
Techie. Just we didn't actually know his real name. We never knew his real name, just the Techie.
There'll be an ad in the paper saying techie needed.
Yeah, well,
Not
that's
like the
right.
Stig on Top Gear.
Yeah, exactly. He was just this disembodiment fucking voice that was floating
Fucked up
around
one
in the
day,
background.
started
But anyway, fucking, you mentioned something about smoking, how that's been banned and shit.
yeah.
And everyone here being a smoker, I think it does sort of affect us a little bit. Now, if you're going to talk, you're going to need to get over here.
You can hear me because the sensitivity's up pretty high, but
I'll have to turn it up a little bit. Go.
no, what I was going to say is, I think they've brought in new laws, haven't they, where it's not banned completely, but just
It's
around...
50 metres.
Is it 50?
50 metres away from every
From-
fucking cafe.
I thought it was 10 metres
Yeah.
from the entrance way.
Well, any person that serves food and shit like that, but because we have that a la carte fucking bullshit blah 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 thing, it's right near the entrances. So down where I do volunteer work, they've taken my smoke area away because it's literally right next door to a fucking building that serves food during the afternoon and blah 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 blah. But luckily enough, it's only like 3 of us down there that actually smoke. So, but yeah, it has to be 50 metres away from every fucking entrance or fucking anywhere someone's fucking eating food.
Is it only meant to be during certain times, or is it all the time?
It's all the time.
Yeah.
Well, that's what my boss told me.
I actually thought it was actually just being out in public in general.
No.
No. Whoa! Shit. Oops, that was my fault. Yeah. Throwing shit around.
Humans, are they perfect?
It would be probably karmatic after screaming at you for dropping my camera, then I dropped my $160 mic. It's like, fuck! Alright, but no, sorry, you're going to say something?
I was saying that from what I actually heard, that it was actually just out in public in general.
Oh,
That
really?
we were banned from smoking.
It's a $500 fine if you're caught. It just goes back to this fucking whole nanny state thing where fucking we were talking about before about the propaganda surrounding drugs. There's no fucking different. Now you can't even fucking walk down the street and have a fucking cigarette without fucking worrying about being charged. I know someone who come out of their car and threw a cigarette butt on the ground and apparently they owed a fucking $500 fine. Because they caught him on a CCTV camera or some bullshit like that.
But
It's
also because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
Are we being selfish to other people?
Why are we being selfish? Aren't they being selfish? Isn't, well, okay, sure, if we're going to share that fucking double
being a bit
standard.
more selfish.
The smokers or the non-smokers, yeah.
Like,
In essence, back in the day, back in pubs and stuff, and
Yeah.
clubs, you'd go inside, you could smoke.
Mhm.
Now, my own opinion is I do believe that, people that work at the establishment, such as barmen, waitresses,
They shouldn't have to put up with
whoever,
it.
the boss or the chef or
Yeah.
whoever's working there, if they're a non-smoker, they do have a right to work in an establishment where,
Where it's
they
not
don't have
forced
to
upon
breathe
them.
in smoke all the time.
Okay.
In terms of, forcing restaurant owners and establishment owners
Mhm.
to enforce a 10-metre rule from
50.
the entranceway, or now it's 50.
It's 50
it was
metres.
10 metres just from the entranceway.
No, it's fucking 15 metres now, so...
It is a right being violated, but also, say hypothetically, a
But-
restaurant.
Yeah.
Heaps of people go to restaurants are non-smokers.
Yeah, but we
They
have
would
the thing in
enjoy,
Enduro with the
going-
a la carte.
I've heard the story of
Yeah?
would love to go into a restaurant and not have to go through a cloud of smoke just to get inside.
True. Okay, that's a fair argument, but at the same time, fucking isn't that
I'm a
just part?
smoker.
Isn't that just
Smoking depending on
part of the fucking day of course of human
But that's just
activities?
been-
You're
yeah,
gonna
it's
have
just-
to deal with smokers eventually.
I'm conscious of that because, if I was a non-smoker, I wouldn't want to walk through a cloud of smoke. Just
I
having to
understand
get
it.
to
Like
a
fucking
restaurant.
listen to me. Like I like cigars, but fucking if everyone here lit up a cigar after about 10 minutes, I'm like,
It is
Some
very
can't
much
open a
part of
window.
the culture, though, in terms of, like, myself, I love to go out with missus and then have a good feed, and then,
Have a cigarette
not just
afterwards.
me, but a lot of people
Yeah.
will go out and have a cigarette,
But,
cigar.
Are restaurants now supposed to
Joint.
cater to smokers by giving them a beer garden type of scenario? You know what I mean? Do we now open up areas for the restaurants?
I think that's what it will come
It's
to.
not just food places, because even just standing
Because that's what clubs had to do.
They're obviously not going to do it, because they will lose a lot of clientele. Places like
A lot of places don't have the space to open a fucking
They're not going
outside
to
area
chase,
just for
you know,
smokers.
a business owner is not going to chase away customers just for a certain percentage of other customers. That's the wrong way of going about it.
I've also noticed that coming across someone smoking on the street is getting rarer and rarer. So it's not going to be.
Do you think it's actually helping, or do you think people are just too afraid because they're worried that if fucking they light up a cigarette, they don't know the exact proximity of the next fucking restaurant and they're going to get fined $500?
Well, what I think is our generation was probably.
A lot of people go fuck the fines. A lot of people don't give a fuck about fines.
You know what? You think there's more smokers in our generation than there was prior?
No, then the ones that, you know, the younger ones. I don't think there's as many smokers anymore as there was like in our
I
generation.
did read the fucking alcohol is going down. Like, you know, consumption between minors is going down, but I wouldn't attribute that to the
Especially
alcohol
when
tax.
you hang out with carotene. The alcohol goes down.
Yeah, down fucking. But
down by 4 drinks.
I just don't think you can regulate stuff. You can't regulate human behaviour without fucking
Pissing them off.
putting people in groups. And
Taking away rights.
taking away rights. Exactly. Like fucking, maybe it's not a great habit to have. It is probably the worst.
That's what I mean. It's both of our rights. It's our right to sit there and have a cigarette, but it's their right to sit there and people that are non-smokers
enjoy a clean
to
environment.
sit there
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be in the inside of the fucking restaurant?
I think with like clubs, with what they did in terms of RSLs, clubs and pubs,
I still remember that year when all that
made
shit
a
came in.
designated smoking area. That
Yeah.
way, most of the establishment is smoke free.
What was it?
Entrance is smoke free.
2007 they started.
And the
rolling that
smokers
shit
that do that
2009.
do enjoy the venue, they're still happy as well.
Yeah.
So there's that happy medium for everyone.
Yeah, well, you look over in places like Amsterdam.
that's
Look
where it's
over in
gonna
places
go.
like
To be
Amsterdam.
honest, I think that's what's
But look
going on.
over in places like Amsterdam. They don't have the, they smoke a lot fucking worse shit in their fucking cafes than what we do here. But they don't have the same nanny mentality to fucking take care of their employees.
Yeah.
Like, they have a different fucking view on it.
They also
Like,
do-
if you want to work in the industry, that's fine. But a majority of people, like, I don't have a lot of experience in hospitality. I have a little bit behind the bar and at a fucking hotel. But a majority of the people that I worked with when I was working in there were smokers. I'd say it would be probably a good
Regardless if people
90%.
like it or not, or if they enjoy it, or if it's alright,
Right.
it is dangerous.
Are we
So,
supposed to then
it is
stop
unhealthy.
people drinking alcohol because fucking some people are sensitive to the smell of alcohol? Just don't go to a place where they serve alcohol.
But you got to take into effect, like, just say that.
Couldn't they vote for
I
their...
think
What I'm saying is,
passive
wouldn't it be
smoking
better to
has
vote for
a
their
bit more
dollars?
of an effect on you than actually
Okay,
getting
but wouldn't
a
it be
whiff of bit of
fair?
alcohol.
Wouldn't it be fairer to vote with their dollars instead of having legislation put onto them? Wouldn't it be better for a fucking restaurateur to have a fucking restaurant, and I'm not saying the smoke area or the non-smoke area, but in the sense just tell his staff, listen, this is what's happening, people are going to smoke inside, or we're going to have a fucking restaurant where
the
we don't
government
have it
should
at all.
find
As
that
a
happy
private business,
medium.
you should be able to fucking say, yes, we're going to have smokers, or no, we're not going to have smokers. Then I'm not saying we should have them inside, but there's no fucking, it should not be a problem. It should not be up to the council to ban it from people having to smoke outside,
But in
on the
general,
tables out there with the
but I
ashtrays.
think in general too, people are going to be like, yeah, you go out for a meal.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit different going out to a pub where you go spend a few hours or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But you go out for a
You're
meal.
still voting with your money on where you go. You don't go to a restaurant if you've got botulism there last time you
no,
went.
but you're going to a restaurant to go have a meal. And I think they're pretty much saying, like, is it really that hard to go 45 minutes that you're there?
Yeah.
Not have a cigarette?
I understand all that, but
Like,
at
I
the
know
same
some
time,
people stay a bit longer and that, but probably
you
on
gotta
average.
look.
I know smokers who are like
From the
fucking
age
pack a
of-
day smokers, so
it's hard for them.
From the age where smoking was accepted anywhere, whether it was outside or inside,
Yep.
you could walk into anywhere and light up a cigarette or whatever, and it wasn't questioned
Yeah.
because that was the social norm.
Now, I'm not saying about bring it back inside. I'm just saying fucking this whole 50 metres away from the front door thing.
I think it's that. I think it's something that the social norm will dictate.
You think?
Yeah.
But has it dictated, or has somebody dictated it for us?
Someone, even if, you know,
Because
you
I'd
do
make
have
the
someone
argument that
dictating it for you,
Yeah.
are you necessarily going to follow that dictation?
Well, if you don't, there's $500 fines.
Because I
Yeah,
could
but a
list,
lot of people
I could list a
don't.
few things that I don't acknowledge, and I probably should be,
Right.
but I completely ignore because
You're talking about laws.
yes,
Yeah, okay.
Well,
yeah.
music
Well,
piracy
regulate
is
laws and
illegal.
regulations.
I regularly break
Everything's
the laws
illegal.
full knowingly.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
only
so-
putting myself at harm.
I just wanted to
I just want to add that, you know, you're not, you know, I'll have 9 beers and drive. You know, you're not that guy, but
No,
Yeah, yeah.
no, certainly not.
Yeah.
Obviously, being conscientious.
of everybody.
Think about
man.
Yeah,
how
yeah.
many laws the average person would break on a weekly basis.
All the
It's
time.
fucking ridiculous, man. There's some laws like in certain towns in Australia they've just been on the books for so long. You can't wear pink on Sundays. It's some ridiculous. I don't know if it still existed. It was existent 5 or 6 years
Part of
ago.
a certain
There's a
state,
state-
or
certain
There's a
states.
state over in America that apparently if 2 trains are going across, they both like have to give way or something. So it's like, who goes? They're stuck in a fucking crossroad. Who the fuck goes?
Oh no, you go, good sir. Oh no, you go, good sir. No, you go, good
Yeah, what
sir.
is it? It's
It's like that awkward moment where you
on
walk
the
through
front
a
of the
door.
courthouse, it's illegal to push a woman down the stairs on a Sunday. And shit like that. There's actually rules in certain states.
I remember
How many people were getting pushed downstairs on
There was a
Sunday
law.
that they're like, we've got to fucking do
there was a
something
law
about
in
this?
Russia back when it was a monarchy.
Hang on a sec. Okay.
That there was a law in Russia.
Yeah.
Back when it was like when you had your czars and stuff, your monarchy.
Right.
You couldn't have a beard.
A beer.
You couldn't wear a beard. Like,
Oh,
you
a
couldn't
beard.
Fashion a beard
Oh, what?
over a certain length and a certain. Otherwise, it was against the law.
Why? Because they thought it was untidy, or fucking the Tsar didn't like it, or
Yeah, basically that's what happens when you get dictatorship.
Yeah.
And controlling the laws and stuff like that.
Mm.
But it's interesting.
But there might have been people
it's
in there
interesting you
who would
say
have
that.
said,
It's interesting we've come up with this topic because, in terms of taxes, would be a great one.
Mm.
And fucking, I know a clear example in England, right? A ridiculous tax that they used to put on people was a sunlight tax.
is that the window shit? The things
the
with
windows.
Yeah.
And that's
Have you heard about this
that's
case?
just, like, I could be
Yeah.
completely wrong, but
No.
from what I know, that's a big reason of why windows in Britain are very small on like heritage buildings
Yeah.
because fucking
They're
of this
afraid of
sunlight
getting
tax.
taxed.
They have a
Cunts
sunlight
would either
tax,
build
yeah.
their
Do they still
houses
have it, or
with
I'm not sure if they
nearly
still have it, but the
none
architecture
to
still
zero
exists.
windows, or very, very
Yeah.
partial because they're getting
They're
taxed
getting-
on the amount of sunlight that's coming through.
Yeah.
And then people used to just start blocking up the windows. So the tax man just started going around the houses and counting the windows.
And just
But they,
going window
even
by
then,
window.
back then, because this is back in the day, even then that became dangerous for the tax man. They get chased off with a pitchfork or something. Stop counting my windows. But you know, we've had ridiculous laws and
It's
taxes
like,
like
why are you
that.
looking through my window? I'm just a burglar.
Just
Oh, as long
like,
as you're not
for
the tax
revenue
man.
raising. And like today, this modern age, especially here in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
how many ridiculous taxes are there?
Oh,
We
fucking
get taxed
oath,
on
man.
our
Alcohol.
food, taxed on our fuel, taxed just to fucking walk outside. They wanted to bring a carbon tax in.
Yeah, exactly. And then they wouldn't let, like, you know, China's like, oh, we're not paying for that, and they're like, oh, it's okay. You know, it's like, oh, you cunts can pay for it, but you know,
India's like, oh, if China's not,
We're not fucking paying. Well, no.
Russia's like, we're not.
Yeah, and they're like,
we won't
okay.
for any of this.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
exactly
like
right.
talking
so-
about that sunlight tax. I've always been waiting for the day when they're going to be
Here's
like,
Gillard.
but like, you know, you're
We
going to slap
should
a
be
meter over your
setting
mouth.
the example.
yeah.
Fuck off, Gillard.
Yeah, fuck it. That's exactly
I've been
right.
waiting for a day that they're going to go, here's a meter, put
Yeah.
it on your mouth. You're getting taxed for fucking,
Every breath
for
you get.
every breath.
But it
you
is,
take.
'cause you
And
breathe
what are
out
you
carbon.
fucking-
a carbon tax. What do you breathe out?
This
Carbon.
shit leads to wars. And that's history. History's proven that.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking the Boston Tea Party is a perfect fucking example of overpricing on tax.
Starts,
You know?
starts to feel more like
How good was that guy that headbutted Tony Abbott?
Hey,
He's a legend.
Did you know he's a fucking... Why was he a legend?
Huh? The guy.
Didn't you hear?
Tony Abbott.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. But did you hear the interview afterwards?
Oh yeah, his interview. I fucking loved it.
Oh fuck! I thought he was a dickhead. But anyway.
Actually, I
Yeah.
agree with this. I got the impression this guy's a fucking knob.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know,
just-
but so's Tony Abbott.
yeah, I know, but
Yeah, but that's a given.
Yeah.
Two knobs does not make a right.
But
Okay?
still, it's
And then,
it's
then
not
the
every
whole
day you get the
this whole
chance to
yes
headbutt
campaign
Tony Abbott,
bullshit.
so-
The whole yes.
That's what I was
campaign.
going to say before, man. Like fucking.
Someone
got a
slapped
video-
a yes sticker on me. I just headbutted him. You know.
yeah, well, fuck it. Well,
I got this fucking thing before. It was fucking yes equality, and it says the marriage equality survey forms have arrived. Help make history and vote yes for a fairer Australia. Right? I'm thinking, how the fuck did they get my number? For one. But you were saying fucking no. I was kind of paranoid about this. Isn't this like a breach of fucking privacy? Some kind. You know, has my number.
Big
But
of
then
a
I
money
remember
swap
voting.
Telstra.
Have
Huh?
you ever voted?
how about, yeah.
Well, I haven't voted. You live in Australia. You get fined if you don't vote.
Everything about you is fucking registered with that shit.
Yeah, I guess so. But then I remember that when I went to the
How
concert
come we
2
get
weeks
to
ago,
vote about this, but we didn't get to vote about bringing in fucking cameras
like surveillance state and shit.
or
yeah.
fucking breathos or fucking other shit, anything else?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the yes vote,
Cigarette laws.
we all have to take a vote.
Oh, don't
on
you know,
this.
Franco? If you're not for yes, then you're just a fucking bigot racist that doesn't like people.
Yeah, but we might have 90% go, fuck yes, let's vote yes.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's not going to get passed anyway.
Well, that's it.
What's
It's
the-
just a
what's the
fucking
point?
vote. It's just a fucking vote.
What's the
It doesn't
point?
mean anything. They can still say no. Like, you know,
Yeah.
fucking hell. If they think
they want
for a
to
moment
do
that their
it, morally
constituents
right
are going to
to
go
do
the
that,
other way,
do it.
don't do. They
All
think
hell is breaking loose because of this.
Yeah, it's
This
just
love,
making people fucking-
love
yeah.
is causing so much friction at the moment.
That's the time when you bring up the school.
it has nothing to
Focus
do
on
with
that.
fucking.
If they really were having any thoughts about bringing it in, they'd just fucking go, alright, let's fucking implement it.
What are you doing with Scully? What are you doing with
When
Scully?
all hell breaks loose, that's when Scully comes out.
Da, da, da. I need to put the fuck. Alright, Scully, you had your fucking moment in the fucking sun. Get the fuck down.
There you go.
But yeah, no, fucking.
Scully does what he likes.
What type of shampoo do you use?
But no, you're fucking right. Like fucking like, I don't think that many people fucking disagree with gay marriage. But fucking the fact is, I know people who aren't even voting because they just don't like the idea of it's a vote. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Like,
I didn't
fucking-
vote because
Yeah.
I couldn't care less. They could do whatever the fuck they want.
Well, that's exactly right. Fucking, I've talked to people who said, I just want to have, create our own ceremony. Fuck what the government has to fucking say. But it's just too complicated, and you can't even mention it without getting fucking yelled at and called fucking names and
I'm
shit.
confused because I always had the impression that a gay couple could get married in the eyes
Of the law.
law,
Yeah.
and that way it's legally binding.
Well,
Just like a normal marriage would be.
Bertie and Tegan got married. I was
a
at their
normal
wedding.
marriage is conducted in the eyes of a priest,
Yeah.
but also it's also condoned in the eyes of the law as well.
yeah,
And in terms of you can bypass the whole religious
aspect.
ceremony
yeah.
of it and still be known as a couple or married couple in the eyes of the law.
It's called something else. It's
yes vote
because it's not about that, man.
What,
It's-
or is it
it's-
just-
in Australia?
Is
or
it
that-
the-
No, that's in Australia. I
Or
was
is it
at
this
a friend of
hidden
mine's
agenda
wedding.
to
Two
fucking
girls getting married. They did
destroy
a
the
beautiful
family
ceremony.
unit and to fucking destroy parents' rights.
Yeah. Well, fucking.
Because I'm more thinking they're using this topic
to push any other. Yeah.
to push a hidden agenda.
It's more than likely, man. Like fucking, that there's something, because it's all linked to the safe school shit as well. You know what I mean? Like fucking the same person who was fucking, leading the charge for this was also fucking some Asian fella who was leading the charge for the safe school program, which is, we were talking about last night. Is fucking, some of the shit that they have to say
All
with
I
that.
can say is our kids are only innocent for so long.
Yeah,
Why take that fucking innocence from them?
keep it that way, man. Like fucking hell.
Yeah, it's good for them.
I
to
say
learn
this.
about
It should be up to the
things
parents if they want to talk
Our
about
kids
sex.
don't determine their fucking bedtimes. So why should we let the cunts determine their gender?
That's exactly. Fucking right. Fucking hell, man. Like, fucking...
Because
when I was a kid, I didn't know if I wanted to be a firefighter or a cop.
In countries that have fucking decided yes, we've seen parents' rights being stripped away.
Yeah.
In Canada, there's I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard there was a couple being sued because they're not encouraging their child to get a sex change.
A child shouldn't be able to make that sort of decision.
Jump behind the child and supporting that decision.
Mm. There was a poster floating around now.
That is Canada, though. Come on.
You can't say
don't blame the Great
Canada.
North, will you?
Can't say fucking Canada.
It's that.
But you can change your gender.
Well, yeah. It's just getting so ridiculous to the point that fucking I guarantee when this video goes out, there's going to be some fucking person who watches this
Bound to
and
get some
say,
comments this time.
it's going to be fucking bigot, fucking da 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 da, and I just fucking sit there and shake my head, and it's just like, you cunts fucking don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Sam Newman was going off about it the other day.
About the AFL?
About the AFL.
Yeah, watch the video.
I agree 100%. It shouldn't, football, movies, games, all that shit. It's escapism. It's a way of fucking not saying what we were saying before about having a beer or whatever. It's escapism. It's getting away from your
I
problems.
watched a chap called Ben Shapiro talk about it.
Yeah,
And
I like
I'm
that.
very much with him. Like, especially, I got no problems with gay couple being together or whatever couple wanting, whoever expresses love. Love is love.
Yeah.
But in terms of this whole transgender movement where society should pretend along with this person with what they're pretending to be that day, whether they feel like they're being a unicorn or a kitty cat or a fucking bookshelf.
You're being very bigoted because I identify as an Apache helicopter. Now, if you don't fucking agree with fucking me being an Apache helicopter, you are a bigot. A racist and just.
But what's happened?
I know.
What's happened?
There are over 100 different fucking pronouns. 100 different pronouns
all that's
to describe
is gender.
gender.
So what?
Steve Hughes. Steve Hughes. Yeah. Fucking old man.
That was good.
Yeah. Exactly.
What you should do?
What if the fact that you're being offended offends me? What happens then?
You know what you should do? Be offended.
Yeah. Nothing fucking changes. It's fucking hell.
I don't know. I don't know who's done it, but someone
hang on.
with a key position has obviously entertained this idea, and it's snowballed somehow.
Listen, political correctness starts on a good angle. Don't be mean to cunts. But then when you start fucking coattailing fucking speech and shit like that and calling people bigots or Nazis or racists just because they don't have the same political views as you, then, and you want to ban speakers like Ben Shapiro or Milo Yiannopoulos from fucking talking at Berkeley?
Because it's true.
Berkeley!
True.
The place of fucking free speech in America. And fucking people were burning shit down to the ground. When fucking Milo Yiannopoulos
To be quite frank, I'm glad it's obvious like this because it is just that it's obvious and it's
be quite
very clear and very very fucking stupid to people that are critically thinking.
Well, that's exactly right, man. And but if you actually believe in simple biology that having a penis makes you a boy and having a vagina makes you a girl. Well, fuck me. Even if you were transitioning, even if you wanted to be a woman, you want to be one gender over the other. You're not making up another fucking gender.
But I'm not going to go along with you and entertain that idea. It's like, oh, you feel like you're a unicorn today? Better fucking get some hay for you.
I'm a fucking leprechaun then.
Saddle this bitch up.
Yeah, well, fuck, I'm a leprechaun today, so fuck you.
He's a mystical creature today.
Yeah. Don't touch my fucking gold or you're a bigot. Like, I don't know.
The Redcliffe's toilets.
What about the Redcliffe's toilet? What?
In the secondary school is now going to have an all-gender toilet.
Yeah, I think you were saying something about that last night.
$7 or something. And
for a toilet?
Like $7 million upgrade. Fucking.
For a toilet?
All-gender toilet.
I'm sure the perfect.
Whether you
know what they should do? Instead of spending billions of dollars on changing all the toilets around the country, they should just go to the fucking disabled toilet, rip off the fucking cunt with the wheelchair, and just put for any cunt.
For any cunt.
For any cunt.
Fair enough.
Whatever you
If a
feel
guy
like.
comes in a wheelchair, he gets first priority.
Well, didn't South Park already make?
Because we're courteous cunts.
But didn't South Park already make a parody of this whole
We
fucking
go
thing?
We respect our disabled.
If he can't stand, he goes first.
Huh? The cisgendered episode, yeah.
Comedy material, eh?
But you know,
But that's the thing, like fucking even being straight's now called being cisgendered. Whatever the fuck
that's
that
not
means.
straight. That,
Isn't it straight?
I think
What's
that's-
cisgendered mean?
I think that's not showing which side.
I
you
thought cis
identify
meant
as.
straight.
No, I think you're not sure which gender. you
Oh,
identify as.
fuck me. I don't know.
It's the same principle as homophobia. There's no such thing as homophobia.
No one is
Can't be
scared.
afraid of gays.
Have you seen
I
the
can
parades?
believe
They're pretty terrifying.
spiders or
Hey,
snakes.
Franco,
or
Franco, have you seen those parades?
Well,
They're pretty
look at-
fucking
yeah,
terrifying. All that
yeah,
pink,
ex-
all that pink and leather does frighten me though. In those fucking parades and shit like that.
He's afraid of how good he'll look in.
sticks and
I can
stones.
never pull off that
Sticks and
outfit.
stones may break my bones, but whips and chains excite me.
No, but fucking, it's almost proven fucking these fundamental Christians, right, man? Like fucking, they're going so far fucking one side that they're becoming what they fucking fight, like these antifa, like anti-fascists.
Yeah.
We're gonna shut down you because we don't agree with what you're saying. Isn't that that's fascism?
Yeah.
You're shutting down somebody because you don't agree with what they're saying.
Like, you have freedom of speech as
Yeah.
long as you believe in what we're fucking saying.
And I find it
If
funny
you-
they're
because
shutting
if
down.
you-
They're
if you
shutting
don't
down
believe in it,
people.
then you're a fucking bigot.
As long as you're on our side.
The two people in the last year have been shut down at Berkeley. That just popped in. There's been others, but it's fucking Milo Yiannopoulos and Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
Both have been called Nazis. Both of them are Jewish. They're the worst fucking Nazis in the world.
Did you
It's just
see-
like Dave Chappelle and the being a fucking
you do know,
secret KKK
You do
guy.
also know Hitler was a Jew.
Was he?
Yeah, Hitler was actually.
Wasn't his mother Jewish? I thought his mother was
Yeah,
Jewish
he
and he
was
converted
Jewish,
to
yeah.
Christianity or something.
And he actually,
Catholicism or
but
something.
yeah, he was originally like.
He's a self-hated Jew then. Like fucking, well, okay,
Oh,
I
yeah, back on
didn't know
the,
that.
like,
yeah.
just say the toilet situation.
Right. Okay.
The biggest problem is,
Yeah.
right? Yes, people believe what they want to believe, and transgender or male, female, whatever.
Right.
The biggest problem is you're gonna have people that are perverted and are sick go, I'm transgender. I'm not going in all male. I feel like a female. I'm not going.
The fact
into
is,
I'm gonna
because
go
there's
in,
so much half
I'm
ground.
going to go in to the fucking. To that
To the
toilet,
girl's
and
toilet.
it's going to be taken advantage
You're
of.
speaking
That's
for
the
someone
biggest
who has a
problem.
little girl, man.
Here's-
That's
here's
even
a bit
more
of an
frightening.
That's what I said before, actually.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan had it on one of his podcasts, and they were talking about this UFC fighter, this bloke.
Yeah,
They
I
got a
did
sex
see about that.
change to a
Yep.
female,
Yeah.
and then he was allowed. He was allowed because he had a sex change to fight in the female category of UFC. And you can watch these fights, and as Joe Rogan says,
He's
fucking,
pummeling
it's not a
them.
fight. It's
It's a
a
slaughter
bloke
match.
with a bloke structure manhandling fucking women fighters.
Exactly.
Like, he's just got the weight and the muscle structure over him.
It's no different than the Rookie, read that old fucking Johnny Knoxville fucking
But
movie where he gets into the Special Olympics.
This is where it becomes like if we're entertaining that idea and we're allowing that shit, what's to say we're not going to allow some fucking pedo that thinks he's a little girl
You've seen that guy, right?
to be able to
That
go to
40-year-old guy?
school and shit with kids?
Dude, you've seen that
because
guy.
he feels like he's a little girl.
Yeah, you've seen that
Or a
guy. He's a
little boy.
fucking
Or
42-year-old
you know,
man who
it's-
now
it's
censors.
this
No, hang on.
bullshit
This guy,
that
42-year-old
fucking we
guy.
can't entertain. That's
Yeah.
where it becomes dangerous.
Yeah, listen,
for him.
42-year-old man self-identifies as a 6-year-old girl, left his family to move in with these fucking 80-year-old people who go, oh no, it's okay. And he just acts like a fucking 6-year-old
Because
girl.
these people are obviously entertaining him, like they're encouraging him.
Have you heard
letting
of
him do it.
nuggets? You know what a nugget is? It's somebody who has a they
Chicken
feel
nugget?
they feel their no they feel that they were supposed to be
chicken
born
nugget. Does he
without
mean
their
chicken
arms and
nugget?
legs. No, they feel that they were supposed to be born without their arms and legs. They have their arms and legs removed in order for somebody else to take care of them. Usually, a majority of the time, the guy just fucking freaks out. The guy, girl, whoever's looking after him just freaks out and leaves them be, leaves them alone. There are other people who are identifying as blind They
And
put
then they're up
acid
shit
in
creek
their
with no
eyes.
limbs.
They put this bitch put acid in her fucking eyes because she self-identified as a blind woman.
They've just lost camera.
They just lost the camera. All right, we'll fucking pull that one
Oh
back.
no! What happened?
It's all good as long as the mic.
This is
Yeah,
the one that's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
the views and the comments.
Oh yeah, this is one that's gonna get us 1,000,002 hits.
This was the one that was gonna make some money, and YouTube had to demonetize everything.
How's
That's how it looks.
Why did we write a topic list before we started?
Oh, you all wanted to be fucking free thinkers, man.
We're having Carradine here from now on.
I actually do enjoy
Carradine is now part of Southern Cross Resistance. We'd like to introduce our third host.
the couch carrot himself. Yeah, but,
Couch and Carrot.
well, you know, everyone else has a couch potato. We have a couch carrot. Anyway, but fucking, well, we've hit about hour 40 mark. Fucking, you guys want to keep?
I
keep
think we
going?
should wrap it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
probably. Otherwise, we're just gonna start. fucking
Because we
screaming and
literally
shouting.
could be here for the next week talking about it.
I reckon next time we do this, we should fucking just get a whole
But we
fucking
should-
shit ton of
we should
material
start
together and do a
off
whole hour and a half.
Our next
of this.
episode, we should start off at the end of this episode.
All right, that's what we'll do.
Stop
Episode
Have a
13 or
conclusion,
14,
have a bit
whatever.
more of a think about it.
No, well, that's it. I'll bring. We'll have a bit of a free thought thing, but we'll have a topic. I'll bring in some articles. That way, I can flip through some articles as well, and we'll do that. This was just a little bit of a test. Like, you know, let's try something a little bit new.
Like, just even
We'll see how it
random,
goes.
Like random topics, like
Yeah.
and
Even
go
if,
from there, like something to start off on.
Yeah, even if-
and it just free balls from there.
What the fuck are you doing?
That one's on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that one. Yeah. All right. Okay, that's it from everyone from Southern Cross Resistance. Franco's just left the room, so he's done. I'm Chris Learson.
I'm Carrots and thanks for putting up with us.
Hey, do it again. And that was Franco. Yell from the Dunny. I hope you have a great day and I don't know. Bye from us. See you later.